Then when we start to look at productivity, and we start to look at, for example, that the top the RealTrends 500, the average productivity is 7.3 transactions per agent. Obviously, there's some loss here in what we know how to sell better than we're selling, because when we start to apply that, the productivity is almost half what it was 10 years ago in our industry. So then I asked them, well, how do you feel about, on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your company on skills? What do you think most of them say?
I would guess 7, 8, 9.
Actually, 2 or 3 or 4.
Is that right?
They know. We know how to do it. We're just not.
We're not executing.
We're just not executing. Yeah. So most companies will rate themselves much higher here than here. Now, if we were to go out here on a 10, and let's call this spot out here
Nirvana.
We call it mastery.
Okay.
This is mastery. So let's not compare ourselves to the market. Let's not compare ourselves to our competitors. Let's not compare ourselves to how we did last year. Let's compare ourselves to what would happen if we really went after mastery, knowing what to do and applying it. And really this is called then what we call the mastery ladder. And the goal here is to take salespeople, to take companies up this ladder. And the way we do that is by taking the knowledge and helping them to execute. Now, what is the difference? What is the key thing, do you think, that transfers from knowledge to skill?
Well, I would guess it's a system and practice.
A system and practice. Steve, I know you're a great golfer. And there are a lot of people who take Golf Digest, know how to golf. But to be a great golfer, you have to practice. What I notice about our industry is, for whatever reason, real estate people do not like to practice. They like to practice on their customers. Whenever I teach classes and say, okay, we're going to do a rehearsal or we're going to do a role play, a lot of people start to head out of the room. They got to go make a phone call. They don't like to practice. And I think that really practicing is what takes us from knowledge to skill. We have a workshop called the Ninja Installation, which we've just been doing this last year, kind of beta testing this idea. The difference is most workshops are what? Heavy on knowledge. This workshop has great knowledge, but it's heavy on skill development through practice. And what we found is the people in our company that have gone through that training, it's very intense. It's about 40 hours in about 3 days. They come out of there, and right now we're tracking them. Their production is up about 30.8% over and above where they were before they went into the program. So I think going forward, companies and trainers, I think the whole training industry will move more towards working on the skill development, because it's really the key on the road to mastery.